Today's topic, 2 ways to be wealthy. Hi, I'm Doug Holt, author of Your Own Story, and this is your Daily Growth Hack, where each day we give you a tip, trick, or insight to help you uplevel what we call the 5 to thrive. There's your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and yes, your business. Earlier today, I was working at a coffee shop, just journaling some ideas down, when a friend of mine sent me a text message. And it was a text message. He said, "This is where I see you." And as I looked down at my phone, I saw a link and a picture to a beautiful ranch, over 300 acres on a private lake. And around the lake, there were guest cabins. And this sat next to national forest with beautiful snow-topped treed mountains all around it. Absolutely an amazing piece of property. And why he sent this to me is my dream is to have this land where I can bring my clients, they can stay in a guest house, and I can do intensive retreats on my own property, and other coaches and mentors from around the world can bring their clients and do retreats. It's just something I love. Helping people and being outdoors are 2 of my passions. I could see raising my family there. Immediately, I just got excited, and I started calculating, okay, well, this property is $15 million. What do I need to raise an additional $15 million? And I started calculating the number of coaching clients, the number of clients I need for my agency. And I don't know about you, but for me, I just immediately started doing the numbers, and I actually started to feel a little down. It felt a little daunting. The numbers just seemed really high, and not that they're out of reach, but they are an extreme. A $15 million property, that's a big purchase. The down payment alone, you're looking at something around $3 million cash just to put down. And I don't personally have that. So I felt a little down, and I started noticing that as a little bit as I'm driving home to tell my wife about it. And I started to feel a little bit like, hey, I should be able to do this. How wealthy do I need to be? What do I need to do? I can work a few extra hours. I can take on some more clients. And I found myself going down this path of wanting what I didn't have. And as I turned the corner into the neighborhood where we live currently, beautiful trees everywhere, just a lovely neighborhood right by the river. And I turned in and I realized, wow, how lucky am I to live here? I live right at the base of Mount Bachelor, which is a mountain in central Oregon, the 5th largest ski resort in the United States. And here it is, I can get up and go snowboarding, skiing, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, hiking, backpacking within 15 minutes. I can be at a crystal clear alpine lake before I even listen to a typical podcast, right? And that's where I started to realize how lucky I am and how grateful I am and that I'm already wealthy. And I remember something that somebody told me. They said, Doug, there's 2 ways you can get wealthy. One, you get up early, you grind. There's no other way to do it. Nobody gets lucky, not truly lucky. You have to work for it. If you want that money, for example, this extra $15 million, right? I don't want the bank to own the property. I want to own the property. So that's $15 million I got to make. So what do I have to do? I have to grind it out. I have to hustle. I have to work a little harder. Now, of course, I believe you can do that with ease and flow, but you still have to put the time in. And the other way to be wealthy, the way that's not talked about very much, is to be appreciative of what you have. Right? In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, there's not much that we need. And if you're listening or watching me right now, you have everything you need. You are wealthy. In fact, you're one of the wealthiest people in the world. Just the simple fact that I know that you have the means to actually obtain this information. Whatever electronic device that you're using right now, you make more than the average person in the world. You are wealthy. So that's something that we want to think about. And so what I'm going to encourage you to do is what I did. Is grab your journal and start writing the things that you're grateful for. And if you're in kind of a rut right now, start something simple like, hey, I can breathe without a respirator maybe. Or maybe I have legs. There's people that come back from war or combat or a tragedy and they lose their legs and they can't do other things they want to do in life. Start off with the simple things and work your way up. I have family that loves me. I have a great job. I have a great career. I know for me, I write down, I'm able to help people each and every day get closer to their dreams. I'm also able to see people, right? See them that I've been working with for a while, push through the perceived barriers. My clients, when they start off, they have these high goals and they pass them so quickly. And now all of a sudden they're soaring to mountaintops they never even imagined. And I am so grateful. I really truly feel like I'm one of the wealthiest people in the world. I'm just very lucky. Now, financially, I'm not there. I'm not even close to most of my clients, not even close. But internally, with what I have, my friends, my family, I feel like one of the luckiest people and one of the wealthiest people. And so I encourage you to do that today. Look at that, your journal, and look at where your wealth is. Are you striving for material things just because you don't have them? They're out of reach. And is that getting you down like it got me? Make sure you're snapping out of it. I want you to snap out of it before I did and look at the wealth around you. That's it for me today. Make sure you go over to authorofyourownstory.com. Sign up for the newsletter so you get the latest tips, tricks, and techniques. And when you sign up for that newsletter, I want you to respond to that first email because I want to hear from you. I've established so many great relationships with so many of you through those emails, and I love hearing from you. You can also find me on social media. I'm easy to find. And of course, I want you to share this with at least 3 people. That way you're in conversations that matter. It's going to help you grow exponentially. And last but not least, go out, live your author of your own story lifestyle, and you're going to inspire people that you've never even met. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Growth Hacks. Please put your comments right down below and remember to click subscribe. This way we can ensure that we're delivering these daily growth hacks right to you each and every day. On behalf of the whole team here, remember, go out and be the author of your own story.